I knew that it was bigger than a bread box, and I knew I was in at the bottom, but I didn't know how high the pyramid would rise. It was like off-Broadway in the beginning. You know, it was like a show that started off-Broadway that wound up on Broadway. And I've always thought of television as theater. I had never thought of it as television per se. And I've always had great respect for the audience, especially since they pay for HBO. They're paying for a ticket, so it's very much like a ticket. I don't think I ever knew anything was going to be what it was. But I knew I was on to something. I shouldn't say I knew I was in the right place at the right time. I didn't know where that steamship would, or what train would go. But I thought, geez, this is like, I always thought it was like an invention. It came, and it was. So I knew I was lucky. I was smart, and I was lucky. One without the other is meaningless. It becomes a meaningless equation. I was smart enough to know I was in the right place, and I was in the right place. I could have been smart enough in the wrong place, and it wouldn't have mattered if I was smart. And I was tough. Around the 9th week, I wanted to leave, because they had some kind of outing where they told dirty jokes, and there was only one other woman there on that outing. And we went in a private plane to some place, and then they told off-color jokes, and I was very, very uncomfortable, and I was miserable, and I wanted to leave. And it was one of those corporate outings where they hired management people to encourage us because it was growing so fast, and you know. But I knew I was in the right place, and so I just sort of swallowed my pride a little bit and shut up about the jokes. And but they were tough. There was a lot of sex jokes and a lot of humor and a lot of. It was like being in a locker room. It was like being in a boys' locker room and trying to act like one of the guys. It's tough. Well, it hung on, then it was 26 weeks, and then I left for a couple of years and was a producer because I had a child, and he was very small, as most little children are, and I really couldn't take the heat and raise this kid. It was impossible. So I left for 4 years, and I was a producer.